What's happening, everybody? Hopefully I am live. Hopefully, again, like I said, I am live, that everybody is getting this feed. I believe I am. I got the email. If you guys could just put an emoji or something in the chat, let me know that you can hear me, that the stuff is working. If you are there. In the meantime, I'm loading a couple things up here to get us rolling, making sure that everything is operating right. But if it is your first time here with me, every Thursday at noon, we actually go over our affirmations and gratitude. So make sure that you share this information out with some other people. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on this information moving forward, and you can stay updated each and every time we have some amazing information here. Let me just open this up real quick, and then again, like I said, we will get this party rolling here. Alright, let me start this really quick here. Open up the room here, let visitors in. Yes. Alright, now we can get the party rolling, guys. My name is Dr. Travis Davis. It's your first time with me here on YouTube or anything of that nature. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date with me at all times. Now, what I have going on here today, if you're looking on Clubhouse, you could actually click on the link at the top and it'll bring you over to the YouTube page, and you can see live what I'm doing when I go look through contracts. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to take a look through some contracts. As you guys know, every week we come here on YouTube on Thursdays and actually look at the contracts so you can see what's going on, not just hear the audio, but actually see the tricks and techniques that I do to maneuver through this thing here called government contracting. So again, if you happen to be on the Clubhouse space, you can always click that link at the top. It'll bring you over here to the YouTube video. While you're here on YouTube, if you put your NAICS code in the chat, yes, you should have a NAICS code. I spelled that wrong with my stuff, but you should have a NAICS code. I want you to take your NAICS code, put it in the chat here on YouTube, and I will actually show you how I'm going to look up contracts utilizing the free resources right here on YouTube so you can see it. And once you can see it, you could go do this for yourself. So again, if you do drop that NAICS code in the chat on YouTube, I will be able to help you out there. So don't forget, if you're on Clubhouse right now, click the link at the top. It'll bring you over to my YouTube channel and you can see visually what we got going on here. Now, I've been doing contracting a little over 10 years. My very first contract was with Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, doing help desk services. And I was actually working at a help desk before. So what I ended up doing is taking my job and realizing that I can take the same job that I'm doing and hire people that literally look like everybody that I was sitting next to at work. So once I understood that I could hire people, I realized that I can make money off of what I call OPT, other people's time. And majority of the time, your boss is doing that to you right now. Somebody is doing that to you currently as we speak if you go clock into a 9 to 5. So I said, why can't I do that for myself? Don't I know other individuals who are on the same level as me, and we're pretty cool? Like, I have their phone number, I can grab their resume, I can do the exact same thing that all other employers ask. And that's what I started to do. I started to realize, okay, I can go do a help desk on my own because I'm not going to be the one doing it. Instead, I'm going to hire exactly what the customer wants. The beauty about government contracting, you don't have to guess what the customer wants. The government is always going to tell you exactly what they want. It's your duty to go resolve the problem. Now, either you can do it yourself because you have the skill sets, or you know how to get things done with your hands, which again, I don't advise to do that, because anytime you got to do the work, we can't scale the business because you're always working in the business, not on the business. All right. So instead, we are thinking, who can we hire to perform? They tell us how many years of experience they need. They tell us the certifications they need. They tell us the whole nine on what they expect from the personnel working on these opportunities. So go hire them. Once you hire them, then you can perform on contracts a whole lot easier. So again, that is how I got started in government contracting, and this is how you can get started the exact same way. But it always starts with the mindset. You must believe that you can do this. If you don't believe you can do this, then it's never going to happen, because you're going to constantly tell yourself these factors that don't matter. Okay? So anyways, let's get going here. Again, if you're watching on YouTube and you want me to look at contracts for you and for your business, I want you to make sure you put your NAICS code in the chat here on YouTube so I can pull that up for you and we can look for opportunities for you. You can see how it's operated. You can see where to go find them at. So again, make sure that you drop that in there. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, and share this with someone else so they can get this information and start their journey down government contracting. Now let's get started here. Let me change my screen. You guys know we always like to get started with where the money is, which is sam.gov. Sam.gov is where each and every business needs to start out at. If you haven't started with sam.gov, shame on you. And what I mean by this is you should already have your EIN number. Like, I'm not really going to go through that starting a business structure. There's plenty of other people here who talk about that. But once you have that business structure, you need to come get this business registered here in sam.gov. You should always check your business entity and make sure that your company is being registered correctly, that it's popping up here in sam.gov correctly. Now, your NAICS code. I'm not really going to tell you about your NAICS code right now yet if you don't know it, okay? But you should always come in here and put the NAICS codes in here that you need for the opportunity. So when you first get started, your NAICS code is going to be, what you're familiar with, what you know how to do. But as time goes on and you want to do other things, right? Because nobody can tell you what your business can and can't do, so don't limit yourself. But if you want to go do construction and you've been doing cleaning all the time, you're going to have a construction NAICS code, right? So you just go add that NAICS code on your profile here in sam.gov, and just like that, you'll prepare yourself down the route to doing construction. All it needed to do was to be added on your profile right here. Now, this only works with federal government side. When you want to go state and local government, sometimes you have to go through the Department of Transportation program so they can add that NAICS code on your profile. And again, don't be scared to tell them that I'm doing construction, because they're going to ask you. You don't have no experience in construction. You don't have any past performance. You tell, damn it, I want to do construction today. And I believe that I'm going to be $1 million construction business because I got some resources. They can't tell you that you can't do it, but you can't be scared to tell them I am doing construction. Now, don't have a name that niches you out. Have a generic name, Davis Enterprises, something like that. But if you have Davis Cleaning Services and now you're trying to go in construction, now that just ain't going to make sense, okay? So have that generic name and make it happen. But sam.gov is where we're going to get started at, okay? Once you could get your business registered in here, now we're going to look at the contract opportunities. Now, we come right here, we click on contract opportunities. Eventually, all of the data as far as research is going to be here on sam.gov too. They're trying to bring everything into one house. All of the other websites you hear me talk about will eventually all be on sam.gov. But again, I click on contract data and then I click on advanced search. Now, Ken, I appreciate you putting your NAICS code down there. Zakira, I think I seen you put your NAICS code up there, but it went away. So if you want to find that NAICS code again, I'll put it up there. But we're going to start with Ken right here, okay? Now, after I get done showing you all the free websites, guys, I don't use these free websites, so I know how to use them. This is where I got started. I don't always tell people about softwares because it definitely costs money. I have two different softwares that I use. GovWin is one that I use, but it's very expensive, so I usually never tell people about that. And another one I use is FedBidSpeed. I'll tell you about that one. It's a whole lot cheaper and it's just as powerful as GovWin. But I also want to show you how to utilize these free websites because again, a lot of people don't have the revenue there to pay for these services. So I want to make sure I can show you how to do it free, get some money in your pocket, and then go get the software a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get back to it. Once I clicked on advanced search, I actually want to come down here. Now, here are all my filters on the left-hand side. Now, guys, this ain't Google, okay? It's not the best. So you do got to play around with it a little bit. They're trying to get it better, but by all means, it's not going to be the best. Also, as I'm getting started, if my sound goes out on YouTube, just put it in the chat, no sound, so I can click a button and bring it back. Sometimes it gets a little funky. But now I'm going to go here on this left-hand side. I'm actually going to click on product service information. Now you see this NAICS code right here. Now again, this is how I'm going to start because I'm asking you all, but I actually teach people my cheating techniques. I do this stuff a little differently here. But I'm going to go look on janitorial services right here, and then I want to actually come up here and do notice type. Now with the notice type, guys, when you're just getting started in government contracting, anything that says sources sought, okay, or RFI, request for information, you want to respond to that. There's no right or wrong answers when you're responding to a sources sought or RFI. It's not a contract. It's not a proposal. It's the government asking, is industry out there? Is there anybody in the industry out there that can resolve my problem? So don't be scared to answer this because, again, there's no right or wrong answer to it. This just allows you to market, get your company out there, and most importantly, you could have an opportunity to mold the contract to, if it does come out on sam.gov that is fair and equal for everybody, it's going to come out catered to you. 9 times out of 10, they'll take your white paper and make that the proposal. And what I mean by that, you put in your white paper that you need X amount of subject matter experts, they need to have this experience, these certifications, all of the information that you put on there that was required to solve the problem, from software to different programs that you need to black belt, whatever you put in there. You'll notice that when the contract comes out on sam.gov, it's spitting the same information out. It's saying, hey, you need this. This is them trying to tell you they want you, but they got to make it fair and equal. The only thing fair and equal about that is you got in front of the customer first and you gave them the information to type. That's why you want to respond to sources, soughts, and RFIs, because if it does hit it, it could be molded to you. Another thing that could happen, if you respond and it's 2 women-owned opportunities, which, you know, if you're a women-owned and you ever respond to a sources sought or RFI, and this goes for any set-aside, whether it's veteran-owned, women-owned, A to A, minority-owned, you call up a friend and ask for their letterhead, and you're going to send the response on their letterhead too. You put the A response on your letterhead, you put a B response on their letterhead, and you both send it in. But we both need the same certifications. Because now when I submit it, if only we applied and then a white man applied, well, you now need to put this on small business, and it needs to be on a women-owned small business because of the rule of 2. And 2 women say that they could do this opportunity. So now, again, by me responding to that RFI, me responding to that sources sought, they understand industry is here, and now they can give it to industry in a more strategic way, an easier way, because the government wants to just get the job done too, just like you just want to go do the work. They really want to make it a path of least resistance. So you got an opportunity to tell them how to access you through a sources sought and an RFI. But again, we're going to go here. I'm actually going to put in sources sought. I'm going to put in pre-solicitation, and I'm going to put in actual solicitation. So these are the things that are actually on the street. So now, as I'm sitting through here, you can see that there's 196 results under that NAICS code. Now, that's a lot of different opportunities. You could go through all of them, or you could play around now here and try to eliminate some. So now if you have the certifications, I would come down here and say, hey, you know, Ken, you look like a black male. I'm not sure if you have any veteran-owned services. And my black men, if you got a mother out there that you know we love our mothers and you know you trust your mother, you could always start the business in your mother's name and allow her to be 51% owner. And there's a ways to work around this thing. Just don't tell yourself what the poor people be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's got to run the business 51%. No, you just have to understand, what does it look like to run a business at 51%? What does it mean on paper? How do they prove that someone runs 51% of the goddamn business? They can't sit there with you every day and watch what you do every day to prove that that person's running 51% of the business. So how do they confirm that someone is running 51% of the business? It's called meeting minutes. So be smart and just write the goddamn meeting minutes that says that she's running 51% of the business. And just like that, you got a women-owned business that's running 51%. I would not tell you to do this if our counterparts wasn't doing it. Like, if my counterparts is doing the shit, we can do it too. Okay? So men, think about that. But again, you can play down here, you know, we can put some veteran owned. So let's see if anything is coming out here for veteran owned. All right, you see there's nothing that matches veteran owned, so there's no need to put that in there. So let's go, and we're looking for total small business set aside. Okay, so out of those 196 opportunities, 64 of them were set aside for total small business. Now you got one or two things. You could compete with these opportunities that you already know are set aside for total small business, or you could take the rest of those opportunities that didn't show up, they got filtered, and we could strategically try to take those contracts away from the big boys and move them to total small business, which again, the rule of two will come into play here. So as you can see, guys, there's 64 opportunities available for total small business. So Ken, again, hopefully this shows you how to go look. We'll take a look here at one. I'm just going to click on cleaning services at Rough River Lake, Kentucky. Now again, you cannot tell yourself that you cannot do these opportunities. At the end of the day, your hands are not doing it. Someone you're going to hire is going to do this. Or you could fly your ass out to Lake Kentucky and you could go do it with your own hands. I don't care which one you do, just get it done. Okay? If you do it with your own hands, you'll probably make a lot more money. But guess what? You're going to burn through a lot more of your time. If you let other people do it, you're probably going to make a lot less money, but guess what? You could go find 4 or 5 more contracts while that opportunity is going on, and you let those 4 or 5 more contracts make up for the loss that you have. And trust me, when those 4 or 5 more contracts come on, you got all of your time to go find 5, 6 more contracts after that, because you're not doing the work. You're just getting paid off of other people's time, and that is what you want to do. Now again, make sure you're liking, you're subscribing to the YouTube channel, and you're sharing this information so other minority business owners can pick this up. Now let's look through here. This is always going to be your contract number. This is the number that you should always remember. You want to share this with the contract officer as you go to email them, as you look for teaming partners. This is how we speak in government contracting. Without a contract number, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't tell me about no contracts with DOD or anybody. You don't have the contract number. I don't have nothing to look at because I don't want to hear you talk about a contract, because chances are, if you've ever played the telephone game, people miss out information a lot. So I can't afford you to tell me what you think. You need to tell me the contract number so I can actually go look and read for myself, so I'm not missing out on something. I don't want to hear your opinion about opportunities. Okay? Now that I'm here, I can see the agency. Well, Department of Defense, DOD, is the one awarding this opportunity. It happens to be with the Department of the Army. So DOD is the big agency. Once we get inside of the agency, it's the Department of Army. This is why I tell you, you only need 1 to 3 agencies max to work with in order to become very successful. So let's say your agency is DOD. That's all you need. We got Army, we got Navy, we got Marines. I mean, the list goes on in DOD, DLA. Like, so much stuff is under DOD that you don't need another agency. So now that I'm under DOD, I realize we're talking to the Department of the Army. Okay? Once I realize we're in the Department of Army, we're actually at the USACE building. Right? I used to actually work at this building down in 5th and G Street in Washington, D.C. Now, once I get inside the USACE building, I understand that I'm with the U.S. Army Engineers District of Louisville. That is where I need to be. This is where I need to find the decision maker. Who the hell at the U.S. Engineering District in Louisville for the USACE department do I need to talk to that's over this opportunity? Now, it's not going to be right here. They're not going to show you who the decision maker is. This is your job. You got to go do the research. You got to go do your homework. You got to take your ass down to Kentucky. Now, granted, we are in a space that we could go on Zoom these days, so you can get on a meeting that you can meet the decision maker on a Zoom call. The only way you're going to know how to do this is if you start learning about the Department of the Army and how they operate. The decision maker will pop up at one of these meetings, but you have to understand the agency. The government is not one big thing. You have to know every single agency and how they operate in order to maneuver in this space. This is why I tell you 1 to 3 agencies max. Now, the information that's here, yes, you can read over it, but don't take it to heart. Sometimes they have it wrong. I like to go pull up the attachments. The attachments is proven information. This stuff right here sometimes can go wrong. But we're going to go ahead and click on the attachment here and take a look at it. Now, again, I'm just skimming through this one opportunity. All the rest of them are going to be the same. So after I look through this one, I'll go look at the rest of them and we can flow. Now, from looking at this just in the beginning, it looks like this is probably going to be a RFQ, a request for quote. I'll look through it some more, but usually what RFQs are is they just want to know your price. So you can see that it is 100% set aside for small businesses right now. This is the NAICS code that it's under, and that has a size standard of 19 million, 19.5. That means that you can't make over 19.5 consecutively for 3 years. If you do make over that, then you're going to become large business. All right. This is actually a RFP, not a RFQ. I can see that checked right there. So I know that we have a RFP, request for proposal. So this is going to go through the proposal process. If it was a RFQ, this is literally you just sending in like the your quote. Okay, it's RFQ, request for quote. You send in a quote, they award it, and boom, you get paid. RFQs is usually going to be the lowest price technically acceptable. I mean, they're looking for low prices on RFQs. RFPs is when we can get a little more technical because we have to explain what the hell we about to do. All right. So let's take a look. We're going to scroll down here a little bit more. This is a RFP. You can see it's providing. This will be a base year. So it seems to be what this is 1 year option periods are as follows. Year 1, April 23rd to March 24th. All right, so what is this? A 2 year, 3 year contract will be 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is 2 years. Are they awarding it in 2022? All right, so it's a 3 year contract. Every year is an option year. So 3 year contract. The first year you'll get. The second year in 2023 will be an option. The third year will be an option. Okay, you can actually lose this contract, but again, the government don't want to not give you the contract. They don't want to not proceed on with the work that you're doing. You really have to be doing an awful job for you not to finish up your option years. Okay, as you can see, this is a firm fixed price contract, so they expect you to come in with the exact price. You need to be able to have EFTs available, electronic fund transfers, so that's direct deposits. You ain't got that set up, it ain't gonna happen. Value price be determined by adding the total of all line items. So they're telling you how to come up with your pricing right here. Make sure that you understand it. They're telling you they have a site visit on January the 19th at 10 a.m. This is where you need to be. You must show up at this site visit. How the hell can somebody take you seriously and you not taking it seriously? You think just because you submit a proposal that you're going to win? This is why you lose. Because you didn't come put a face. And when I say a face, the business name. I don't give a damn who goes and shows up. But somebody got to come there and represent the business. If the business is not represented at the site visit, Why would I award you a $5 million contract and you never even came to look at the shit? You have no clue what the space looks like. You're speculating. And speculations cost money. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to underbid, you're going to do something wrong, and that ain't what they want to see. So you come to the site visit. Now, what do you get out of the site visit? You get your partners. You're not going to be the only one at the site visit, but it only may be 5 of y'all. It only may be 2 of y'all because everybody else is sitting at home doing what they think they know about government contracting. When the 2 people that were at the site visit, they talk to each other and they say, why go separate when we can team? And when we team, we win. That is why you want to be at the site visits. You know, all the stuff that you put in your mind and say, I don't have the finances, I don't have the skill sets, I just can't start. I don't know where to get started because your ass didn't show up. Go to the site visit and be seen. Partners are sitting right there for you. Small business representatives are sitting right there for you for your help. But you got to do the research. You got to find all of the contracts that you want to do, right? Because these opportunities, as you can see, they're being displayed out. So once you put all of your opportunities together, you know, plug this shit in your calendar and you know what days you need to be and where you need to be there. Go show up. And just like that, you're putting yourself in position to win. Will you win the first one? Probably not, because you're new at this. You're getting experience. But after 5, 6 site visits with your agency, because I told you don't you do more than 3 agencies. So you're only visiting site visits at the same exact agency over and over again. They start to know who you are. And see, we don't have to do that crumb stuff that everybody be talking about. Is that crumb stuff cool? Yeah, I'm not a crumb fan. But now I can immediately expedite myself because I'm in the presence of winners. And when you're around winners, they're not going to let you lose. You know what I'm saying? So get around some winners at the site visit. They're telling you exactly who you want to talk to. Now, again, this is a RFP, so it has hit the streets. We can't talk to Andrew any type of way anymore. We must know exactly what we can and can't say to Andrew. Now, since it did hit the street, they should have a period of questions and answers, which is probably going to be at this site visit. Now, once they have that question and answer period, they're literally going to display all of the questions and the answers on sam.gov because, again, they have to make it fair and equal. They can't just answer your questions when the opportunity's on the street. Everybody got to see the questions and everybody got to see the answers. This is why you must research before, because if I knew that this opportunity was coming out right here, I should have been talking to Andrew last year, like in the middle of last year or the beginning of last year, because I can ask Andrew whatever the hell I want and he can just answer me, nobody else. So now when this Q&A period come out here, guess what I'm going to do? I'm still going to ask Andrew a question, but it's going to be a basic question. Just because I want to remind Andrew, I'm here. I've been talking to you for the last 8 months, but I'm still here and I'm ready to perform. That's why I asked you this basic question, right? These are small things to do. It's called marketing, but again, a lot of people don't know anything about marketing. See, people try to sell their services and sell their business to government, but you never got educated on how to sell. How the hell can you sell and you didn't get educated on how to sell? You're trying to do something that you lack the education in. Just because you heard someone say government contracting. I am a master seller. Didn't I tell you I had to remove myself from my hands doing help desk work because I didn't know how to sell? But when I got back from behind the desk of using my hands to produce a solution, I studied the art of selling because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make millions of dollars selling services. In order to do that, I had to learn how to sell $1 million. And the chances are, if you haven't made $1 million yet, your ass don't know how to sell $1 million. You have to be honest with yourself, just like I did. I had to be honest. I don't know. So I had to go seek and get the advice, and guess what? It cost me some money. I paid over $250,000 in coaches. I mean, I made the money first. I probably spent about $30,000 before I made my first $1 million. But I had to do that because I didn't know how to make $1 million. Everybody around me only knew how to make $60,000 a year. I think the most that they knew how to make was $180,000 a year. In $180,000 a year, 33% is coming out in taxes automatically, so you don't make $180,000 a year. That same person at $180,000 a year, they had a BMW and they had a nice house. I know that that's about another 35% minimum of your income. So they're not making anywhere near $1 million, but that was the education that I was receiving. So I had to understand if I wanted to sell towards $1 million, I had to get educated from people who were selling at $1 million. And that's what I started to get. And now I can read these opportunities a little bit better because I'm reading it like a person with $1 million and not like a person that knows how to make $160,000 a year. There's a difference. The education is completely different. The definitions to words are completely different. So get yourself around those individuals and you can start to read these things a little more differently. So again, as we go through here, they're telling me exactly what they want. Campsite cleaning, they're going to need a quantity of 4. What's your price per unit? You put your price per unit, you multiply it by 4, and that is your total unit cost. Once you get all of that stuff, you total it up and you put the price down here. You follow the instructions that they told you. Follow instructions. The number one reason people lose contracts, and well, I don't like to say lose contracts because if you ain't got the contract, you couldn't lose it because you never had it. The number one people are not awarded what they want is because their ass don't read. Like the government here's the thing. If the government took the time out to write stuff, you need to take the time out to answer it exactly how the hell they wrote it. It's a reason that they took the time out to write it. They're trying to eliminate the non-readers. You know, the people who are out here freestyling and doing their own thing. The government wants to get rid of you because they never ever ask you to freestyle. They don't want you to freestyle. They want you to do what they ask you to do and nothing else. So when you can't read and get the 18-point font like they told you to, and stay within the page limit like they told you to, and answer the mathematical equations like they told you to, well, why should somebody award you a $5 million contract and you can't listen to these basic ass requirements of an 18-point font and 25-page limit? I would never award you that type of money if you can't listen to the basics. You're letting me know off break you're not reliable. These are the things that are being read off just small stuff. But again, if you haven't been educated by somebody like this, you won't understand this process. It won't make sense. So again, you go through here, you answer all this stuff like they want. As you can see, they got a bunch of stuff. We're also going to come down here and we're going to look at the scope of work. This is very important. What exactly do they want from me? This is where you need to rip apart. And every single requirement, I mean every single one, needs to be on its own line item in an Excel spreadsheet. And once you get every single line item of what it is that they want, you put a check mark next to it. Yes, I can do it. No, I can't. And when I say yes, I can do it, you need to look for I'm trying to look at their scoring rubric. How are they going to score this thing? Meetings, quality assurance, government materials. I could have looked at the top a little lot faster. All right, so of course, while I'm looking at it, schedule of work. So there's a grade on here, or this is a RFP, yes. So there's got to be a grade on here, how they're going to grade the proposal. As you guys can see, the proposal's got a lot of information into it. I actually have a sheet somewhere that tells me exactly what sections to pay attention to, but I don't have that in front of me right now. But there's going to be a scoring rubric in here. I wish I could find it so I could show you guys. As you guys can see, these things get pretty intense. And again, this is what runs customers away. Now, me, on the other hand, I would never do this. You know, instead, I would find a company that already knows how to do this, and they've already gotten a proposal. Here we go. Evaluation criteria. They're telling you exactly how they're evaluating you. All right. Offers proposals shall be specified, complete in every detail. It shall contain information necessary to properly assess to evaluate the contract's capability to perform specific contract services based upon the following factors. Past performance is your number one factor. Price is your number two factor. All evaluation factors other than price. All right, we don't care about all that. Past performance and price. Well, let's get the definition of what past performance means to them. Because it doesn't matter what the hell I think about past performance. I'm not the one cutting the check. They'll be offered their record conforming specification standards of good workmanship adhered to schedules. So when you go to write up your past performance, I want to make sure I say in my past performance how good we were meeting our schedules. I'm definitely going to put that in my past performance. Including administrative aspects of performance. All right, I'll make sure I put that in there. Concern for safety and accident prevention. I'm going to make sure our plan that talks about safety and accident prevention is in my past performance. Reasonable. And yeah, this is why I tell you to read the shit. Stop putting your own words and stuff. Like literally all I have to do is read, see what they want, and then put the words that they want in my proposal, and you'll win. All right? Essentially consists of 4 parts: the proposal compliance review, responsibility determination, technical evaluation, price evaluation, and price technically trade-off analysis. So these are the 4 things that they're going to be paying attention to when evaluating this thing. All right? The initial review to ensure that all required forms and certifications are complete. So, proposal compliance review. The first thing they're going to make sure is that you met everything that they asked for. The font, all of the jargon, blah, blah, blah. It's all right there. Okay? Technical evaluation, of course, they're going to make sure that you got all the subject matter experts on staff like you said that you would. All right? But again, you want to make sure you pay attention to how they scored in this thing. The SSEB and the contractor officers SSA will evaluate price proposals independent of the technical evaluation. So the technical approach won't have to do with the price. Access, price, information, completion, technical price, technical trade-off after all above evaluation. So guys, again, I mean, this stuff is self-explanatory. Read through this thing and you'll understand. Now, this is how they're going to score it. Either very relevant, relevant, somewhat relevant, or not relevant. And guys, again, do not take this contract to heart and say that this is all contracts. This is this contract for this agency with this opportunity. This is why when people ask me stuff, I'm like, man, I can't give you the answer without reading the contract because I don't know what they want. What, you want me to tell you what Travis thinks? That ain't going to serve neither one of us a purpose. All right? So when it comes to past performance, this is how they will evaluate. You go to that spreadsheet, you take a look at what they're asking for, and on that piece of the past performance, you got to be real with yourself. Are you very relevant, relevant? Not relevant at all. You put not relevant at all. Well, I have 6 months to find past performance to change not relevant to very relevant. How do I do it? I go get subcontractors. I go make teaming agreements. I go do joint ventures. And then we flip, which was once not relevant to very relevant. And now I'm in position to submit a proposal. If I get near the deadline and I haven't flipped this, then again, be honest with yourself. You're not prepared to win this contract. Don't do it. Like, you're about to waste your energy and your time. So go find another opportunity. You don't have to respond to all opportunities. All right, now for performance confidence assessment, again, they're going to show you exactly how they're evaluating it. You need to use their evaluations, not your own. All right, so again, that's how you guys would go about looking at these opportunities. So that was the cleaning opportunity. Again, I showed you how to look for these cleaning opportunities using this NAICS code. There was over 196 opportunities, I believe. I showed you if we narrowed it down to small business, it brought it to like 64 opportunities. So anybody who's in the cleaning service, you can actually come here, type that in, and you're going to find those opportunities right there. Now I'm going to go over to child care. Ivana, I'm going to put your NAICS code in. We're going to take a look here at child care. And again, I won't spend as much time breaking all of those down because I think we just did it with that one opportunity. All of them are going to look the same. As far as you need to go through and break them down is what I mean. They'll look the same. 624410. 62441. All right, so we have child care services. We have 6 opportunities right here, so there's really no need for me to break it down anymore. There's only these 6 opportunities. So you need to take a look through here. Again, you need to really take a look at these dates. It's not always good. You got to click on this stuff and see exactly what it's reading on and what it wants. So let's just take a quick look at this first one up here, see what it's talking about. Oh, you know what? Let me go back and change something else for you on the search window. So as you guys see, this is pulling up 2019 stuff. And it was great. You could go look back on things. But when we get to the search window, I know I put pre-solicitation and sole source. You would think that it would bring those type of things up. But sometimes it brings up all of the stuff. So we come here to dates and change your response date to within the next year. All right. So that means anything that needs to be responded to within the next year should pop up. And as you can see, we didn't have anything that popped up with that NAICS code as far as any active or pre-solicitations. Now, that's not to say to lose confidence. You need to keep looking back here every day and seeing if opportunity can pop up. But just because, again, I want to show everybody this, because it fits for everybody. If your stuff does not pop up like that, that doesn't mean lose confidence. That means you need to do your research. So I'm coming here to fpds.gov, or I can utilize usaspending.gov. And I'm going to take that NAICS code and I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. All right. Subnet. Oh yeah, Subnet is cool, Ken. It's just another platform to find opportunities on. All right, so 624410. Now again, I actually put in my government contracting course how to do this cheating method here, and this is where I started cheating through FPDS and USA Spending, things of that nature. But what I want to do is I want to go ahead, put that code in, and then I'm going to actually do date sign. Now I'm not really going to show you my full cheating method because we got to go through a little mini dissertation for that, and I don't have time. But if I click date sign, now I can see who's spending money in the NAICS code that I have. Now this doesn't mean that this is the contract that I want to do, but this can put me in a space that I can start researching and looking to see even if the government got a lot of money for what I do. All right, but as you can see, I'll click right here, 624410. I did date sign, so now I can see the opportunities that have been coming out all 2021. Now, if you notice something right here, $975, $1,200, $36,000, another $1,200, blah, blah, blah. What I am noticing is that these are small purchase prices. So they're probably not going to come out on sam.gov. This is why you need to now look in, well, what agency is spending the money and what I do? Because now I want to go research that agency and see how they're spending the money. Now, if I come click right here, what is this? Education department. And a lot of people would think child care, education department, why not? I'm going to click on view. All right, now here I can get a little more information. I could go to ed.gov and understand the naming convention of how they name people. So I see Chanel.Mason. So chances are at the Department of Education, all of their personnel always go by first name dot last name at ed.gov. This is very important because when you hear people's name or you find them on LinkedIn and you don't know their email address, you do know their email address. You know their first name dot their last name, then just put ed.gov behind that damn thing and you just got their email address. Just that simple. See, research will tell you what you need. Now, again, we have the contract number. That's right there. I got the exact pricing of what this contract was for. It was awarded here in 2021 at the end of December. The completion date should be on 9/30/2022. I'm knocking on somebody's door at the Department of Education right now, today, because at the end of 10/01/2022, my name is right there. Well, actually, they'll probably put something out there maybe at the beginning of 9/2022, and you're right there ready to get awarded so you can perform. I know who is what. It's the Department of Education, but most importantly, I need to go find somebody over there in the Office of Finance and Operations. Now, I know the company who just won this opportunity, who's the incumbent. That's the word that we use, incumbent. I know who that incumbent is. I can see their address. I can see their phone number. This is why some people tell you don't use your home address, because they create these scarcities for themselves. Guys, here's the thing. If I want to find you, I can find you. I don't give a damn if you don't put your home address or not. I can find anybody I want. I am a hacker. I can get anything on you that I want. So don't think that you're hiding information. You're actually cheating yourself out of pursuing things because you heard from another poor person about, and when I say poor, these are people who pass over opportunities repeatedly. So you had someone that's constantly passing over opportunities tell you don't use a home address, and they, again, never made any money in their life. You're talking to people who only know how to go to work to produce their revenue. Stop listening to these scary ass individuals. Now I have my DUNS number and I got my unique identity number. Now, if I start seeing this company pop up all the time, this is where the cheating methods comes into play. And again, I'll teach you guys about this. Now, I wouldn't follow this company because, as I can see, that they're a sole proprietorship, and I don't even teach people to do sole proprietorships. So I know this company can't possibly be making but so much money. And I'll prove it to you guys. Again, this is why I don't really need to talk to people about stuff that they say, man. I can go search this shit myself, man. People like to lie a lot. All right, so I can come here to usaspending.gov. Now, granted, if they're doing subcontracts, I can't quite get the data. Like, I do a lot of subcontracting, so it's a little harder to get the data. But I can come here to advanced search. I could come down here and go to the recipient, put this recipient's DUNS number in, hit search, and now I can look at every opportunity that that recipient has won as a prime. So if, I line these companies up, I know that only these 5 companies are getting all the contracts I want. I'm going to look like them, and then I'm going to go take some food off their plate. And I'm not here for their emotional support or to be buddies with them. I don't know who the hell UBU Family Child Care is. I'm coming to take some food off their plate. Yes, now it's time to get aggressive. I'm about to ruin your life. Because you've been relaxed. I can tell that this company's been relaxed because they only have contracts with the Department of Education. They just got started last year. Chances are they aren't big enough on the business development end to go out and spread their wings. I can see this right here. So now I can see where they're lining up, and now I can go take over. What I would do is go find another partner who's good in the Department of Education, put them on my team, because I'm coming to uproot UBU Family Child Care. That's just me. I'm a bully. All right. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it any way that you please. But again, now I can start to see what's going on here. The next thing that I know, that the opportunity is down in Waldorf, Maryland. So I need to make sure that I got operations that could get me in Waldorf, Maryland. If you can't get to Waldorf, Maryland, can you call a company that's located in Waldorf, Maryland, and you guys partner? And just like that, you're in Waldorf, Maryland. Now, one code that I love, the PSC code. This lets me know that the Department of Education, when it comes to child care services, in particular, child care subsidy for, well, this is just for one person. So I would say child care subsidy. For child care subsidy, the Department of Education uses a R499 code. So if I do child care subsidy, I really don't need this next code no more. If I'm talking to the Department of Education, this PSC code is going to drive me straight into child care subsidy services, not child daycare services, which is so broad. I went straight down to the meats and the potatoes, and that's what a PSC code does. All right. The next thing that I want to pay attention to is this right here. I love looking down here. This lets me know I'm about to come be a bully on you, and I hope you've been learning. I hope you've been prepared, because I may make you cry by the time I'm done, because you're about to lose. There's only one person who responded to this, and guess who the one person was? The person who just won. They never thought, they never imagined that I did my research, that I did my homework, and next time this bad boy come up, I'm here. But I'm not just here solo dolo. Guess what I realized? I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to look at this company. She's a sole proprietorship, so I already know her business acumen is not up there. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm looking to see if she got any set-asides. I don't think she's going to have no set-asides, because this opportunity didn't come out on a set-aside, which is perfect. So now I'm going to my SBA representative. I'm going to the OSDBU at the Department of Education, and we talking about this contract. And since I am an 8A, I'm going to go get my homeboy that's another 8A, and we both going to go talk to this customer. I'm going to talk on the behalf of me, and then I'm going to send a response to my boy. He don't need to come in. I don't need him to come in. I don't need him to come to no site visits or none of that. I need him to respond, and I'm going to make sure he responds because I wrote the damn response. I sent it back to him. I told him to send it to this person by this time. There's nothing illegal about what I'm saying to do. See, this is you telling yourself it's illegal. And if you tell yourself that, then you're not playing this game. You're not playing in the space. You didn't read the rules. You're taking an interpretation of a poor person again. So now that I have this opportunity, I strategically got us to submit. I'm going to the OSDBU, the Small Business Development. Why isn't this opportunity being put on 8A? Why isn't this opportunity being put on women owned? And it just so happened UB Family Child Care, they're neither one of them, so they're about to lose. Just because they don't have their certifications. Now I could look a little more to see if they got it, but I don't think they do. It usually would say it right here. But again, they're a sole proprietorship, so I already understand they don't have the business acumen. Now, again, one thing that you could do is call this company up. So me as a consultant, I could call this company up because I see they need some help. And I could charge her quite a bit of money. Matter of fact, I know how much money she got. I could charge her a couple $1,000s. She understands government contracting. She can get in the mix. All right? So that would be that child care services. That's how you would go about looking at that. So again, there are 6 opportunities right there for the child care. Or no, there were no opportunities for child care services. You have to come back here, do your research, do your due diligence. All right, and find these opportunities, and you should literally be having these lined up. So you'll see that these opportunities were awarded, in whatever year. So again, let me just show you quickly. We'll see the opportunity. It got awarded. You'll line these up. So you'll see like, all right, it got awarded in 2021. It's saying its date of completion is 2025. You need not to pay attention to this opportunity. Instead, in my mind, again, if it's in 2021, the completion date is in 2025. These are 4-year contracts. I need to go back 4 years ago. So I would only be looking at opportunities that were awarded in 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, 2017, 2016, 5 years. Because now they should be coming up for renewal. And I have all of my data. I got all of the data right here on how to go to work. But you got to do this work right here. You got to do some groundwork, slave work. All right. So hopefully that broke down childcare to you. All right. I'm going to go to Zakira 484110. While I'm looking this up, guys, if you guys are getting valuable information out of this, please make sure that you like, subscribe to the channel, and share this out so some more people can find out about this information. If you're on Clubhouse, you can click on the link at the top, go to YouTube, and actually see what we have going on over here. All right, so now I'm going to take this next code, and I'm going to come and put it in, not at USA Spending. I want to go to sam.gov. Take that out, put this new next code in. All right, appreciate the fire, appreciate it. 484110, 484110. General Freight. Oh man, my truckers, that's what I'm talking about. Truckers. All right, I'm glad that this is the one that you did. Okay, so as you can see, this is actually a fresh opportunity. Freight forwarding services, clearing, shipping, and haulage operations. Man, you may be the only trucker on here to see this, so you can go after it. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, we're going to click on this trucker opportunity right here because I really don't know what that means by the title, so you got to look a little more. All right. Again, you can see that this is probably a solicitation. They already look like they probably put out a pre-solicitation, so there's some people that were going to look at it there. Now we can do download attachments. The trucking is going to get real deep. All right. So I'm not going to spend too much time looking into this, but as you guys can see, it's with the State Department, okay, and it just so happens it's with the American Consulate of Lagos, whatever that is. I have no clue. Never done this work with them before, ever. The place of performance is going to be here in Washington, D.C. Space, vehicle handling, and service equipment. So, I mean, you might got a large job here. You know what? Let me just take a look at it. I never really went down deep into trucking opportunities. All right. So let's pull this up here, see exactly what they want. And I'm going to skim through this quickly. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail. Again, you got your contract number. This is a negotiated solicitation, so you can negotiate. This is your contract number. This is your requisition purchase number. This is a solicitation. It's got to be in by 12 p.m. 4 copies of it needs to be done. These are all your people. Now, again, I'm not in trucking, so I'm probably not going to know exactly what they're asking for. This is why you go partner with a trucker. But now I can see the scope of services. Again, you're a trucker. You can read through this stuff and probably know exactly what they want a little bit better. All right, this is the minimum and maximum amounts. Again, I don't know all this stuff. Y'all do. So you could probably do this a little better. Now, by me saying I don't know all this stuff, this don't mean that I can't go get a trucking contract. I could call my man Tony up in Houston, who he runs trucks, and he could help me write this proposal for it. Then I could bring Tony onto my staff of my company, become an employee to my company, and then who the hell is anybody to tell me that my company can't perform when I just hired the person who knows all about it? He has the experience, the knowledge, and all. He's under my brand, my company. That means I get to sell him. It's kind of like slavery, man. I get to sell the people that work for me. So if he's working for me and he has the knowledge and he's the expert, I can sell his services. And I'm just going to put an extra charge. Tony's going to get paid exactly what he wants to be paid, and I'm going to tack a little bit extra onto it. Just that simple. All right? So this is the trucking one. Now, again, you notice there was only one opportunity out there in trucking. And the reason is because, again, your pricing, okay? The amount for trucking ain't going to be that big. And when I say that big, it ain't going to be up in the millions or anything like that. You see, no, that is childcare. Let me get the trucking code again. All right, we're going to put, again, the next code in the FPDS. Now, again, I'm hitting date sign. And now I have my trucking opportunities right here. This is how I need to go build my database of who I'm about to pick up the phone and call. See, one thing when I see these low prices, guys, this is just you picking up the phone and calling these people and staying in front of them, because they can award you these opportunities with no problem. They can pick up the phone and award you these opportunities. So you need to pick up the phone and start calling them. It's very simple. The smaller the project is phone calls. The larger the project is networking. If you keep those two mottos, you'll be good to go in government contract. Oh, Lagos is in Nigeria. See, look, y'all educating me today. That's what I'm talking about. All right, what are your thoughts on Subnet? I answered that. Again, Subnet is just another place where you can get contracts at. You can find contracting opportunities. I didn't mean to go to Subnet calculator. Sam.gov is going to have majority of your contracting opportunities, but again, everything doesn't come out on sam.gov. This is why it's very important that you follow your agency, you understand your agency, because your agency is going to tell you how they operate. They're going to tell you whether they're using Subnet. This is not it. Whatever. Subnet, I don't know where the site is. It's Subnet, okay? I don't rarely use Subnet. Another one that they use is Unison. All right. Unison is another one that they do contracts on. Again, I've used them before, but this just isn't my lane. So I don't really, again, speak and educate too much on these. You're usually going to find your lower priced contracts here. There's a great opportunity here, so I'm not saying there's not great opportunity. You could put yourself together $15,000, $20,000, $20,000, $30,000 contracts, and that's more than enough money. So you can go that route. I just don't want 15, 20 contracts because that's more paperwork for me. I would rather just get 1 or 2 for a large amount. And again, when I say large amount, I like to look at 5, 10 multi-million-dollar opportunities, not for me to do the work, but for me to come in and do 10%, 20% of the work, because I brought the pieces to the table. And when I bring the pieces to the table, I can make myself an easy in for that size opportunity. So Unison, again, is another one that you could take a look at for opportunity here. All right. Hello, do you think working directly on the Dibs website for micro contracts is also a good way to start off? Yes. Again, there's a lot of these little sites out here that you can utilize. I'm trying to think of the other site that I use as well. Man, what is that site? Dang, this is for your state and local government contracts more so than your federal contracts. I just opened my email up to see if I could go back and look through my email to find that site. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. What are your thoughts on trying to get contracts just to sub them out? Absolutely. You can get contracts to sub them out, but again, just be mindful of what you're doing. So for instance, snow plowing, right? Like I can subcontract that out, and that shouldn't be hard for my subcontract to perform on. But like a cybersecurity project, you could sub that out, but you know, when you're subbing out work and you're taking a prime, you're taking full responsibility. So if this is your first time getting into government contracting, taking on large opportunities, you should be the sub. You shouldn't be looking to sub, because you need to learn your way of the land. You need to learn the ins and outs. You need to learn how to bill, invoice. You need to learn about employees. And the best way to do this is as a subcontractor. You'll actually end up meeting some great mentors probably along the way. Your YouTube video is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth stream and such. I hope you guys can still see my stream. I don't know what YouTube was talking about there. Let me shut down my email again. Maybe that's the problem. All right, so again, you can sub and make this easier for yourself, but by all means, if you feel like you can get out there and sub work out to everybody, do it, you know. But there's a difference between a sub and a pass-through. So I have to make sure I say that, because a lot of people mix those two words up. And again, you just knock yourself out of opportunity. A pass-through is somebody that don't know a damn thing about what's going on. They're literally utilizing their women-owned certification, and another company's coming in here, giving them money to pass through their business. The opportunities that's coming to their business, they're being passed through the other company, and you don't know nothing about what's going on. You just getting paid. That's illegal. But when you literally know about the business, you're managing it, right? You're doing the payments, you're doing the invoicing, you're paying employees, you're managing the contract. That is a percentage of the business. You are working part of that business. Just because your hands don't do the damn work don't mean that, you know, you're not doing a portion of this business. Now again, I just want you to remember this. How can I grow as a company if I'm always the one doing the work? So when they ask for things, they're not asking you to do the work. So if I have to get other people to do the work, how the hell could I be a pass-through? Stop telling yourself these words, because you knock yourself out of opportunity, because once again, you're getting education from poor people, passing over opportunities repeatedly. See, those people found a reason to pass over government contracting. They used the words pass through. I can't do what Travis is talking about because that's a pass through and that's illegal. No, that's your poor ass coming up with different definitions that I told you ain't true. So yes, you can subcontract work to other people. I do it all the time. I actually sub as a sub. People bring my company on as a sub to do the work, and I sub the shit out to somebody else. These are the things that you're capable of doing when you're doing business to business work. See, too many times we be thinking about business to consumer. I'm not the person doing the work. Don't ask me to do the work, else I'm going to charge you outrageous. If someone wants my hands to do the work, do you know how much money you have to pay? Like, you got to pay me a lot of money because I set these systems up that's already making me money. So if you want my time, you have to pay me more than what my time has already created. It's only logical. It only makes sense. So this is why I can't perform on no contracts, because the contracts can't pay me enough. All right? Now, hopefully that answers your subcontracting thing. When are you having another class? So I used to do these 14-day government contracting courses. I may bring that back one time this year, but I have created my courses online. It's in an e-course form that you can go learn at your own pace. And actually, while we're here, I'll break this down to you guys. So when you do sign up for my e-course here, you'll actually, this is the e-course back here. I have broken down everything that you need. I teach you every single method of how I do government contracting. And of course, I teach you my favorite method right here, the cheater segment. This is going to expedite your knowledge. This is going to expedite your business with getting into government contracting. But again, I've broken down everything that you need to do, from the capability statement to your website to how to network through this thing called government contracting. It's right there. You're also going to get research. Your first objective should be to find what agencies are spending the money and what you know how to do. Once you know how to do this and you can understand your agencies, guys, I've already done the damn research. Just come click on the agency right here, and I have the website that you need to go to, their mission statement. You must know your agency's mission statement, because their mission statement kind of needs to be mixed in with your stuff, right? You're trying to get millions of dollars from them. If you understand their mission statement and their mission statement is mixed in with yours, it sounds like you're trying to work with them. And the kicker here is your mission statement. You can mix this stuff in with your capability statement. But again, the problem is people make one capability statement and they think that that is the end all do. I have 52 capability statements. Why the hell would I walk into the Department of HUD with this generic capability statement and I want $5 million from them? I couldn't take the time out to give them a capability statement that's catered to them, to tell them that I know what the hell they need and want. I know what they're talking about. This is why people don't get awarded money, because they're so damn lazy, man. If you're trying to get a lot of money from somebody, take the time out and do the right things. These are individual people that don't know you, nor do they trust you. And if I'm giving you $5 million, I damn sure want to know you and trust you. This doesn't change just because it's government. It's an individual sitting right there with that money in their pocket. They're ready to cut the check, but they need to know you and trust you. So again, now that I have all the research, what agency was spending that money, right? I showed you guys how to look under there. Which agency was actually spending that money inside the HUD? So now I can click Chief Administrator Offices. I click on it. I, again, have done the research for you. You just got to click and go to it. Once you're there, it's going to give you all the answers. You can find all the people that you need. But most importantly, not just that. Once you understand your federal agency that you want to work with, as soon as my computer would ever load, it's a little slow here. Most of them, I have put right down here the forecast. If they have a forecast, which all agencies do, I've already found them. All you got to do is, again, do the research, find the agency you want to work with, come down here, click on their forecast, and it's going to take you to the procurement opportunities for 2022, hopefully, if they've posted it already. But now you can see exactly, what does this say? Department of Transportation, fiscal year procurement opportunity for all forecasts for the Department of Transportation. You don't even have to use sam.gov. Which again, sam.gov is cool, but you need to understand the agency. They're telling you right here every single contract that they're planning to pursue for the entire damn year. Build your pipeline up and then go network for these opportunities. Again, this stuff ain't hard. It's going to take some work. But if we're talking about a couple $1 million, like, why wouldn't you do the work? I mean, some people come up with reasons why. I don't know why. But anyways, it's all right here. Not just that either. I love showing this stuff because I took a lot of time to build it. But when you click here, what does it say? Performance. You can come to every single agency, and I've already done the research. When you click this button, it's going to take you to the grade that that agency has been working with all of their subcontractors. I mean, not subcontractors, all of their certifications. The women-owned, the veteran-owned, the service-disabled veteran-owned, the 8A, the hubs-owned, the minority small business. It's all right here under the performance. So now you can know how that agency is performing with you. Again, it's all right there. So that's what you're going to get. I've done the research for you. The next thing that you're going to get is the useful links. You want to know how to price? Well, guys, guess what? I've already got all the pricing tools. Guys, we don't think about pricing. When you have to think about pricing, again, that's some dumb stuff to do. Instead, people have already created the pricing out here. It's not like I'm going to go hire a cybersecurity specialist and he's going to come up with some random price that he's going to charge me. Hell, I know how much a cybersecurity specialist is because I can go to Google and put in your title. If you tell me the job that you're working at right now today, I can go type your job into Google. Google's going to give me the lowest amount that you deserve and the highest amount that you deserve. And they're going to tell me what every person on average in America is making. I know how much I'm going to charge you. Guess where I'm going to start at the lowest. It's your job to work it up to the highest. If you accept the lowest, that's on you. That ain't on me. So instead, I'm going to come right here and I'm going to look at these calculators and they're going to tell me how much other businesses are charging for these contract vehicles. See, I didn't get into this, but some of these contract vehicles, you have to tell all of your labor rates. So why make up some new labor rates? If Lockheed Martin is billing or paying people $80 an hour to be a certain position, why the hell would you pay $100? Why would you step outside of the box like that? You ain't gonna make no money. When society is telling you, if you have this job title with this education level and these degrees, this is all I'm gonna pay you. Look at the data and follow the directions. I've already done it. Any certification that you need, I've actually put it right here as well. You can know exactly where to go and apply for your certifications. Now again, this is a walkthrough. You still need to know some other stuff maybe, but don't be scared to apply for your own certifications. When it comes to products, again, the pricing is right here. All medical tools, supplies, just look at the pricing that's already been charged. All right. Yeah, again, all of that stuff's right there. Now, lastly, whenever you do register and sign up with us, you're going to get access to my Discord group. So you'll be on the Discord group. Anytime you got questions, just go ahead and pop them into the Discord group. Myself or somebody on the team will get those answered for you. If for some reason the question is too long, like the question is too hard that I can't quite type it out, every Monday, as you guys can see right here, the last Monday of every month, we have a Zoom meeting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time zone. And I'm on that Zoom meeting until the last person gets their question answered. I don't care how complicated the question is. Hell, I don't even care if you want me to look at a contract with you. You get on this Zoom so I can answer these questions so you can proceed forward. This is my government contracting. Now, when you do go to register, guys, when you go to puremoney.gov and you register, you'll probably see some red lines. So the price right now is at $779. This is a self-paced course. You'll have access to it for the entire year. Now the red lines are here because we started this price at $79. All right. Every 5 people that purchase, the price goes up $100. This is actually going to go all the way up to $10,000. If I'm teaching you how to make $1 million, $10,000 ain't nothing. All right. So jump in here now while the price is still low, because here's the kicker. I understand in government contracts, we need some money. And contracting could be a slow process. It might not get you a contract for 3 months, 6 months, a year, maybe even 2 years. But I always say, if we're looking at $1 million or more, like, what is 2 years? You're never going to make that going to work in 20 years. So what is 2 years to make $2 million? You got to keep that mindset, okay? Now, I know you need to put some money in your pocket. So when you sign up for this course and you get all the amazing education, tell somebody else about it. All you have to do is give them the link. So you're going to sign up. Then you're going to have an opportunity to register for the affiliate program that we have with Pure Money. When you register for the affiliate program, you're going to get a link that goes right back to here. Put that link Give that link to your social media, to your loved ones, to your family members. Give them that link when they register and sign up. You're going to get 33% commissions of whatever the price is at that time. So if you sell it 3 times at the current price that you're at, you got this course for free. If you sell it 2 times and the price changed, like, you're definitely going to get the course for free. But the moral of the story, you can actually make yourself quite a bit of money. Last year in 2021, man, I always forget the number. I think we paid out over $30,000 to other people, and they actually didn't have to do nothing. I mean, nothing. They just had to give people the link, signed up, and then my team took it from there. So we're giving you the same opportunity that you could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. Let my team handle the business and work with the customers. You get paid. So now you can start to go get those resources, go get that help, go get that coaching that you need without utilizing your hard-earned money. The one that you've been working 8 hours a day to bust your ass for. You need to learn how to use the internet to make you some money, so now you can use that money to educate yourself more. The only reason you haven't learned how to make $1 million, the only reason you do not have $1 million today is because you haven't learned how to make $1 million. You've only learned how to go to work, and it's impossible to make $1 million through that formula. So the minute you learn how to do it, things will start to change for you, and that's what we're bringing here with the Pure Money GovCon. All right, so that'll tell you about the course. Again, puremoneygovcon.com will get you there to the course. Can you do a notary one? I can, but I don't know the NAICS code for the notary. One of your past students, is it true SAMs won't show opportunities after April? You need to get on the GSA schedules to see opportunities? No. Yeah, I don't know who said that to you. That's not true. All right. Can you do a notary one, Lagos? Why do some have money on action obligation? We can see. So some of those contracts are still being worked on. So when you look on FPDS, there's like obligated money. That's the money that they're going to be obligated to still pay out. So they haven't quite went through all of the money yet. And sometimes they may have came up short. So I will have to read each one to know a little bit more. Okay, a few solicitations to work on in Nigeria. Middleman strategy. Thank you. Can you explain how non-real estate person can tap into leasing to the government? What? You're damn right. Talk about that. Listen, the government is the largest real estate dealers in the world. Okay. One of my students, Tanya, she's actually working in that lane right now, and I actually had to tell her, like, hey, listen, the government is the only space that you can do work in a niche, and you don't need none of the certifications. You don't need none of the degrees and all that stuff. Like, I can cut people open today if I want, right? See, the poor person was able, Travis, you didn't go to school to be a doctor to cut people open, so how can you cut people open? No, my company can cut people open. I can go hire the doctor, so technically I can cut people open. Like, hey, doc, cut that person open. I'm going to sit right here and watch you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say my hands. I told you guys in the beginning, I never do stuff with my hand. Why would I want to cut somebody open? Like, that means I got to be there to do it. Same thing with leasing. Okay? You do not need to be a real estate agent. You don't need none of them degrees, certifications. I laugh all the time when I see these real estate agents out there busting their ass to take that test. I actually have 2 friends who just got their license to be real estate agents, which I love, because when they're real estate agents, I become real estate agents. And most people say, well, no, you can't sell no house because you don't have a license. That is true to the poor person. But to the person who's strategic and can use their mind, I can sell houses as long as I got a real estate friend. See, I sell the houses for him. He goes in there, he does all the deals, does all the paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Now, most people say, well, he's not allowed to share none of that revenue with you. That's illegal, of course, to the person who follows the orders and march in line. You know how they tell you to line up in a single file line, don't deviate, just follow direction. Yeah, to that person. But see, if I am helping a real estate agent with marketing, because he does need marketing services, and he sells a house and he actually makes, I don't know, $100,000 off the house, and I told him I sold that house and I want to get my 3% off that. That's what, $30,000? No, $3,000. I said 100,000, that'd be 3,000. No, I want my 30%, so give me $30,000, right? I'm just going to send him an invoice from my marketing agency and charge him for marketing services of $50,000 or $30,000. Just like that, I got paid from that house. See, this is the stuff that I could do in business, but again, with a consumer mindset, you wouldn't operate like that. See? So with that said, we can do leasing with the government. The government loves leasing. The government put leasing deals out there every single day. Now, I forget the exact leasing numbers, but I mean, I think we may be able to just search right here in sam.gov for leasing and it should pop up. I'm telling you guys, leasing opportunities are coming out like water. Now, here's the key with leasing. All you want to do is pay attention to the requirements again, right? So what you want to end up doing is looking at what they're asking you for the leasing requirements, okay? And then let me see if I can just type leasing. Yeah, I don't know the next code for leasing, so I'll type it up here. And this isn't the best space to, I don't really like using keywords. They're not really that good. All right, so leasing right here, I'm going to put within the next year. So usually they're going to tell you exactly where they want to go. So they'll give you a zip code. When they give you the zip code, they'll give you a radius. Like, okay, well, let me see if this is here. So they gave us in Florida, the state of Florida, preferably Orlando. So you now know that you need to be in Orlando. And now you have your minimum and maximum square footage. Now, what I would tell you to do is call the commercial real estate agent and become friends, right? Let them do all the work. That's what they do any day. Or you can drive to Orlando and try to figure this thing out on your own. Now, again, they're leasing the building. So you don't need to own the building. You don't need, like, there's just not much that you need to do. You need to make sure that the building has all of these requirements that they're looking for. Now, once you can understand that the building has all the requirements, you call this person up that has that building with all of the specs, and you let them know, I work with the government. Do not tell them I'm a contractor, okay? Right? Your words is, I work with the government, or I work for the government. And I'm part of their acquisitions that we're looking for a space to lease out for 24 months minimum to 60 months maximum. And we just so happen to be looking for a 4,800 to 5,500 square foot building, and your building fits perfectly. It has all of the other stuff that they ask in there. Can we talk further? Now, again, I don't know why the owner of the building would not want to lease out the building, because that's what he's doing anyways. So now as I approach the owner of the building, who don't know a damn thing about government contracting, but he did hear this thing that government pays bills. I know we've definitely heard it all in the black community, like, yo, if you get the government job, you safe. It's like a goddamn lottery ticket out here in Washington, D.C. Anybody that goes to work for the government, they think they done made it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing here. If you tell somebody I'm working with the government, they like, yo, if I can get the government to work with me, it's a guaranteed check. Everybody believes that. So we're going to utilize that to play with the thoughts up here, so now they don't question us about business, because they start asking questions that just don't matter. They can't even work with the government because they're not even registered to work with the government. So the government needs this opportunity like yesterday. This company can't even get registered in time, so they need you. So now I come in here and I talk to him about it. He's like, okay, well, I'll lease this out to you for this certain amount per square foot. Guess what? You're going to put a higher percentage on it, and you're going to lease it to the government per square foot. It's like subleasing. You get the lease and then you sublease it to the government. And now you're in charge of this operation here. And just like that, you got awarded a leasing opportunity. You can just keep wash, rinse, and repeat, state to state. When it's federal government, you ain't got to be worried about being registered in all these different states. Okay? We're doing federal work, so I'm allowed to go over to Kentucky and immediately start doing business with them because I'm working with the federal government, not the state. All right? So again, every contract, though, an opportunity, you need to read in there and understand what it is that they're looking for, so you can make sure that you're finding the right building. Now, with that said, if you're doing your due diligence out there, and let's say you could only find a building that was at 4,700 square feet, and I know they looked at 4,800 and 5,500, but as you can see, what does this say? seeks to lease space. They ain't got no space. So if I've done my due diligence and I just couldn't find what they're looking for, I'm still going to send that 4,700 square foot space in there and let them know, look, I've been working hard to find that for you. And I'm telling you this again, my student Tanya, we had this same type incident, and I told her to send it in. And guess what? The government responded. I think that space that she looked at was like 10,000 square feet less than what the government was looking for. But again, they couldn't find that building nowhere. So when she submitted the one that she did find, what did they respond back to? We may come do a site visit, because they want to see the space. They can't find it. Well, this space would work for them. So now she aligned herself for those opportunities. So again, I hope that helps anybody out that wants to go in the leasing side. All right, let's take a look at notary. Now, notary, I'm going to look at this, guys, but I know I did have a student a while ago in the notary services. I always remind you, just think outside of the box when it comes to notary services, because honestly, it ain't a lot of money. And when I say it ain't a lot of money, like, the government ain't about to cut you no millions of dollars to be a notary. All right. So again, I'm probably going to look on FPDS, because that'll be a credit card spend. All right. It won't really pop up on sam.gov. But I'm clicking date sign and I'm going to see. Now I'm going to tell you a trick here that I would advise you to do instead of going this route. All right. Now again, Office of Notaries. So you can see there are some opportunities out here, $245,000. So there may be some on sam.gov. Let me look. I could be wrong. Yeah. This is why you go and look. All right. All right. So you see nothing popped up. So I guess I was right. But as you guys can see, we can find some opportunities down here who just got awarded. So that's what I would be. But see, you see, it's going to be a lot of low opportunities like this. Now, what I would tell you to do as a notary, okay, scratch the government. Okay, that's not who I would look at. But instead, I would look at every contractor that's winning work with the government, because damn it, we need a notary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would literally just align all of the contractors in my local area, and I can research this stuff through FPDS, and I'm sending them marketing material. Next time you win some shit or you submit some stuff, like, I am here, I'm mobile, I can pull up on you. That's how I would go about notary services. I really would not look for the government for notary services. I think that I would be wasting my time when I can make way more money to these businesses that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they ain't got time to go drive down to see a notary. They want the notary to come to them. That's again how I would go about it. But again, this is how you could go look up notaries right here. You're gonna have to go through FPDS. All right. How do you resell to the government, like toothbrushes, pens, pencils, etc.? A great question. Again, you can definitely resell pencils, pens, toothbrushes, etc. First thing you got to do is your research, right? Too often people come to me like, Travis, I got this. I want to sell this to the government. Man, listen, the government don't give a damn what you got. You need to get what they're purchasing, not what your emotions keep telling you they should be buying. Like, again, they got the money, man. We gotta get out of the habit of trying to force people to do what we got. Meet the customer where they at. They got the money. So see what they're doing. What are they buying? And now it's your job to go get the supplies that they need and want. So instead, I'm going to first research toothbrushes so I can figure out what the hell toothbrushes are they purchasing. And as I see, DLA then popped up a couple times. So DLA might be my go-to for toothbrushes. But I can see that laboratory equipment and supplies, medical, dental, hospital. So they may be asking for way more stuff than just the toothbrush. I got to go see. Now, if you can only supply toothbrushes, but you go look at the contract and you notice that they need 10,000 toothbrushes, 5,000 bars of soap, this and that and this, and you just got the toothbrushes, well, go find the other teammates that got the rest of the stuff, and you all can come together and supply that contract. Disposable toothbrushes, pre-pasted. So you now know that you need to go out there and find you some disposable toothbrushes that are pre-pasted. Not your own toothbrushes that you got from Costco. This ain't the damn vending machine. All right? The government ain't just buying random stuff. You got to go find what the government wants. But again, they're telling you exactly what they're purchasing. So now it's your job. So you can see DLA troop support. So in my mind, I'm looking, DOD is somebody that I really want to get into because I noticed they're going through toothbrushes like water. But not just toothbrushes, they probably got a lot more supplies that they're going through like water. They need sensitive toothbrushes, 35 extra S, Oral-B. I know Oral-B is on all the commercials. Now it's your job to figure out how the hell can you get Oral-B sensitive toothbrushes for the low. Easy way is to figure out, go to Oral-B right here, right? I think Oral-B is the brand of, it might be Colgate, Oral-B. I don't even know. So now that I typed in Oral-B, I'm coming to their website. Guess where I'm going to go on Oral-B's website? All the way to the bottom. And I'm looking for my keywords. Affiliate marketing, partner, something of that nature. So where we got? Support, registered product, affirm, coupons, offers, rinse, battery, manual, toothbrushes, whatever. All right. I don't see anything right there. Right? I don't see anywhere that they talking about that there's any partners or anything of that nature. Well, guess what? We ain't about to just stop because we don't see it right there. Instead, we're going to go Oral-B affiliate. I want to see if they got an affiliate program. Affiliate program, partnership program. It's all the same damn words to me. Referral programs. Oh, what do you know? Oral-B got referral deals. Oh my God, how hard was this to find? Oh my, it took me so long to figure this shit out. Now again, maybe it pops up, maybe it doesn't. But we now got a deal. We get 25, give 25, get 25 Oral-B refills. Nope, that ain't what we looking for. So we can't use Oral-B referral. Oral-B partner. Authorized service partner is what you want to use. The keyword authorized service partner. Now I'm trying to see how can I become an authorized service partner to Oral-B. Now, if for some reason you cannot find how to become a partner of Oral-B, you just type this, Oral-B wholesale. Well, if I can't find a partner on Oral-B, I know the next keyword that has the best relationship to give me the best price is a keyword called wholesale. Can I find Oral-B products at a wholesale price? And now I'm doing my research. I finally found it. Now I can apply to these opportunities. Do I know if I'm going to win or not? Absolutely not. But I got an idea of how much I should be charging because somebody else already won the contract. If I can't get my price lower than the contracts that are going out there, then I need not to be selling Oral-B toothbrushes. I'm not close enough to the product yet, which means I need to work on my relationships. Just that simple. And that's how you would go about selling any products. So I hope that helps you out. Anyone into event planning? Event planning is also another great one in the government. They love doing some events. Guys, a lunch meeting is an event. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta read this stuff for what it is. All right, I'm putting in this next NAICS code here. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. This is the last NAICS code that I'm going to put in here. Again, I appreciate each of you all getting and staying with me. If you guys have been getting value, would you mind putting a fire sign down there in the emoji? Also, in the meantime, would you please like, share, comment, and subscribe, to the channel so you can get updated with this information each and every time it comes out. Every Thursday at noon, we will be here getting busy. All right. So now, lessors of residential buildings and dwellings. Pretty nifty. All right, so we got 4 opportunities right here. Again, these were opportunities that are in right now. Okay. RFI, what did I tell you guys? We want to make sure we always respond to RFIs. So who put this in? Carter. You definitely want to respond to this RFI. Do it scared, do it afraid. You can't go wrong. So anytime we see RFIs or social assaults, we need to respond to those. So that would be one that I would put on my list and be ready to respond right now. According to this, again, I would need to click on the solicitation, but according to this, it's due in February 4th. You got ample time to put together the response. You don't even need the team. You just need to get a response to them for this RFI. Now, it's great if you can get the team together so they can respond better, but by all means, start preparing to respond to this RFI. All right. This is another RFI. You see how this one has RFI right here? Well, this one says request for information in the title. Another RFI happens to be due on the exact same date. Damn, is this with the same agencies? It could be. FBR 4221-00222. Yeah, it's the same thing. So with FEMA. I don't know. FEMA's a special agency. Nope. As you can see, one says 002 and one says 001. So these could potentially be two different opportunities right here. But now I see FEMA. So if you answer one for FEMA, you got the other for FEMA. And chances are FEMA going to want some more stuff. FEMA is a natural disaster agency. And I'm glad FEMA popped up, man. Anytime, if you really want to get into government contracting and you don't want to go through no blue tape or red tape, whatever they call it, do some natural disaster contracts. They don't have time to look. Like, they don't have time to vet. If a hurricane comes through and crushes a town, they need support like yesterday. So if you could do it, they're like, oh my God, we'll do it. It was this girl, I tried to call her, man, maybe like 3-4 years ago. I forget when Puerto Rico got hit. Puerto Rico got hit real bad. I mean, they got hit, demolished. So what happened is Puerto Rico is part of America now, so that's our responsibility. And when it came through and hit, that's a natural disaster. So FEMA needs to come and provide support. Well, since all of the houses got lost, I mean, it was hundreds of thousands of people without a house, without food, without shelter, clothing, you name it, they didn't have it. So this one girl, she was out in New Orleans. She won this contract for like $15 million to supply food to the people over in Puerto Rico. New Orleans supplying food in Puerto Rico. Now, the contractors didn't take their time and due diligence because everything was happening so fast with natural disasters. If they would have punched her address in, it would have pulled up in Google and they would have seen that it was a damn hole in the wall for the address. I always tell people, all you need for your address is a physical location that somebody can come pull up on you if they wanted to meet you that also has a phone. Well, this little hole in the wall, it had a door, it had an address, I'm pretty sure she probably had a table in there, and it had a phone. It fit the criteria. I wouldn't have awarded that size contract if I would have looked at the establishment. But again, government don't do this because they're people at the end of the day. So they awarded her this contract that she never did before. But what did she know how to do? Remove her emotions and write. Respond to the opportunity in the best way. And her response was so good, they awarded it to her. Now, once she got awarded this, the greed set in us. I mean, you know, I hate to say it, she was a black person, but she got greedy. And she wanted all of the money instead of realizing she would get way more money by doing good business. So instead of her going to go find a contractor who knows what the hell they're doing, that's logistics, packing food, shipping it overseas, making sure that it's stored correctly. That's all about logistics. She knew nothing about logistics but won this opportunity. Do you know this girl sent over brown paper bag lunches with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in them? And she didn't even send enough peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. She's in a bunch of trouble right now. But I tried to call her. I blew her phone up. I think because she was in so much trouble, she stopped answering the phones. But I was trying to get her on my team because here's the thing. I know she has piss poor ethics when it comes to business, but damn it, she knows how to write. That's what I read. She knows how to write and respond to opportunities. If I could just sit her down to do what she knows how to do best, but don't handle business because it's obviously you're greedy, you don't know nothing about business, but I do know you know how to write. So if you can sit right here and write for me, let me handle the business and I'll pay you, but I'll never let you touch a dollar, right? These are things that you have to think about as you see them operate because, again, people could do some amazing things for you. And I know I went on a rant there, but, again, natural disaster can get you paid because they don't have time to vet. right? But again, that's all that I have. Let me go through any more questions. I'm not going to pull up any more contracts. How do I take the advanced class? What's the website? Any classes I can take for beginners in government contracting? PureMoneyGovCon.com. So let me actually change the screen so you guys can see a little bit better here. Take this off. All right, take that off right there. Remove that. And I'll put this here. All right, so PureMoneyGovCon.com. Okay, you can actually register there today and get started. This is for beginners as well as like mid-level. Okay, my advanced people, you know, you making $100,000-$200,000, or you already have contracts and you want to take it to the next level. I would advise you to consult with us so we can actually come into your office, sit down with you, put a plan together. And my team's going to do all the business development for you. We're going to go talk to the customer. We're going to be you when we hit the street. So usually what I end up doing is I need business cards, I need a capability statement, I need an email address, and I need some goddamn swag if you got it. Let me get some of that swag so I could put it on and represent you in front of the customer. And then we just go out, we talk about you and what you can do and perform, and we set up the meeting for the decision maker. Then that's when you need to come in. We don't need you doing any other talking until it's time for the decision maker. If we need to talk to the decision maker, you would come in. If we don't need to talk to the decision maker, your team's going to write the proposal, your name's going to be on it, your company's name, and guess what? We've already gotten your company in front of the customer, so they'll know who it is when it comes across the table. But again, that's for my more advanced people who, one, have the funds to make this happen, and two, they already have the experience and knowledge so we can propel quickly. But by all means, if you don't know this information, you want to get started, or if you know a little something about it, you want to perfect it and use my cheating method. Again, I use a cheater's method to all business. I don't like starting from scratch. I think that's the stupidest damn thing in the world. Instead, we start from winners. We look like winners. We act like winners. We breathe like winners. We walk, talk like winners. We smell like winners. So when we go sit in front of a customer, we are winners. Like, I'm not a loser. I never came here to expect to lose. Losers go into situations with made up stuff. They always use the words, I think this will work. I never think shit will work. I know it's going to work because it's winners information. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about is it going to work. It's which one of y'all is this going to work for. One of y'all got to select it because you have only been choosing winners, and I look like winners, right? So that's what I'm going to teach you guys in my cheaters method. And the beauty about any method that I teach you, yes, I know I'm talking about government contracting, but the same skills that I teach you goes business to business. It don't matter whether it's the government or not. The same skill sets, they need to be used in everyday business. The same way I'm talking about cheating for the government, you need to cheat for yourself to sell out here to the private sector, to the everyday people, because you are not the best at what you do. I'm not the best at what I do. Somebody out there is better. You find them, you compile them, and you cheat. You want to make $1 million? Stop looking like somebody that only makes $100. Go look like a millionaire. How do they process payments? What systems are they using to bring people through? What platforms are they talking on? How often are they talking? What type of content are they doing? What does their websites look like? How many events do they do per year? They're giving you the blueprint to success. You just ain't following it because your emotions are blocking you. All right. So again, PureMoneyGovCon.com. You can get signed up and get started with that. Where would we get these products from? Again, products. You got to go find the products either from the manufacturers, Amazon. You can pull some of those off too. There's the thing. Whenever you're ordering products, guys, they may say something. You may see something like this, like you need to bring value to a product. And you're probably thinking, well, hell, the iPhone's the iPhone. How do I bring value to the product? Well, guys, we did over $250,000 in Apple products with the local county and government. And we had to have a value add to the products. So the products got shipped to me. And guess what I did? I put a Malmar sticker on it. Like a little nice sticker that I got off the internet. I think the shit cost me like $10 for all the stickers. I just put a sticker on every product, and that was my value add. Who are you to tell me my sticker is not valuable? They out here selling NFTs right now. You trying to tell me my Malmar sticker ain't valuable? I dare you. See, that's what the poor person would say. But see, the government understands that that is a valuable ass sticker on that cell phone. So take that cell phone and you pay me my money. And just like that, I added value. All right. Can we get a replay of this live? Yes, it will be saved on my YouTube channel. So if you save it, like, and subscribe, you will be able to go back and watch it, as well as you can watch the other lives as well. We do this every Thursday at noon. When your business is located, gov contracts for companies, is your business considered consulting and marketing? Is there a NAICS code for government contracts? When your business is locating government contracts for companies, is your business considered consulting or marketing? All right, so that's a loaded question. I guess it sounds like maybe you want to get awarded contracts and then give them to other people. Well, then you would have to be whatever that NAICS code for those contracts that you want to be awarded. If you're doing like I do have a consulting branch to my business, but we can do consulting for the government. The government needs consulting just like the private sector. So there are consulting NAICS codes that you can put on there. And again, if you're going to just consult to businesses to find them contracts, you technically don't need to be registered in the government, because you're doing business to business. It's not business to government. So you wouldn't need to worry about that NAICS code. You would need to worry about the NAICS codes of the clients that you're trying to obtain, because that's how you would need to search for those opportunities for them. Hope that makes sense. All right. Do you have classes? puremoneygovcon.com. She won the box food. Shortest man with a story. But keep that in mind. All right, cool. Again, guys, I appreciate it. I hope that you guys got value out of this. If you guys could take a screenshot, I want you guys to take a screenshot of what we got going on here. Take the screenshot, go over to your Instagram, post it on your story. Let me know how you guys like this. My Instagram name is @officialtravisdavis. Hopefully you guys can see that here. I'll slide it right on over here in the back. My Instagram name is @officialtravisdavis. So you take a screenshot. Let me know anything of value that you got out of this, anything that you learned. Go ahead and share that. And the reason we're doing that is so other individuals can hear about it. And not just that, I'm hoping that you join me on this government contracting journey, and that will be your first step of selling this course to somebody else. Somebody's going to ask you, what the hell is that service that you're talking about? What is that government contracting thing that you're talking about? Just by posting on your social media like that. And when they ask for it, you don't send them to puremoneygovcon.com. You give them your link to puremoneygovcon.com. And once they sign up, you get your 33% commissions. But that's all that I got for you guys today. I love you all. If you would like to join my Facebook group, I do have a Pure Money Facebook group. You can find me on Instagram. Click the link in my bio, and you'll scroll down there. You'll see something that I think it says recession proof right now, but that'll take you to my Pure Money Facebook group. I have tons of information inside of this Facebook group to get you started in business. Every Friday, I actually help you build your online business. So we'll be there tomorrow at noon as well. But other than that, I love you all. I hope that you take this information and you get started. Remember, at the end of the day, you never ever learn from notes, right? I can tell you guys a bunch of information right here. Some of you all have probably taken some great notes, and you've probably watched more videos on this. But at some point, the only way that you're going to learn is when you jump out there and do it. Take those notes. That is your blueprint. But the notes will never get you to perfect. There's no such thing. No matter when you start, those notes will not come out perfectly how you script it. So get started today so you can hurry up and tweak what you're doing. So next year, you're no longer looking like you were the previous years of your life. Your 2023 should be completely brand new. Yes, you should be a new person. I hate when they say, oh, you got more money and now you new. Well, you damn right I'm a new person. You thought I was still the same broke person at $100? No, I'm brand new. I got $1 million in my pocket right now. I'm helping more people in my community. I'm paying people like nobody else. So you damn right I'm a whole new person. I'm not operating like a $100 person no more. So don't be in a fear of becoming a new you for 2023. And it starts by taking action. So don't be scared to take that action. And when you do take that action, the man upstairs, he has put people on this earth to help you. The only thing you got to do is open your voice. Utilize your voice to tell people where you need help at. Whether that's joining a course, jumping on Clubhouse rooms and going to the stage and talking, letting individuals know that you need help. And then I promise you, the man upstairs has already educated somebody to the T to help you propel yourself expeditiously. But again, if you don't use your voice, nobody will ever hear you. So I encourage you to do that. I love you all. I'll see you right back here on YouTube, noon Thursday. Talk with you later. Hey, Clubhouse people, I appreciate you guys.